All right, welcome. Beautiful day here in South Bismarck. We're here at Holland Field, live on the Magnitude Sports Media Network, getting ready for the Bismarck Capitals and I believe, the visiting Fargo Post 400 Comets. Now, they don't, let's see, someone is operating the scoreboard. Okay, there's nobody in the press box here operating the scoreboard, but the scoreboard is turned on, so somebody's operating it from somewhere. So that's good, because we have a scoreboard on our screen too, and I always make reference to the one in the outfield just to make sure that everything is ready to rock and roll. We want to thank all those who have hopped on board on such a short notice, including let's see if I can remember all of them. Let's take a commercial break here, and then I'll figure it out.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back. Home team is going to be determined by a coin flip. I'm not sure if they've done that coin flip yet, but I read something in the notes that the Bismarck teams would be home. And if it was two teams not from Bismarck, then they'd do a coin flip. So we're going to presume that Bismarck is the home team, and if we have to flip-flop it, we will. No problem at all. You can find us online on YouTube. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Magnitude Sports, or as well on watch us on any smart TV with the YouTube app by searching Magnitude Sports and then click and play on the live video. You can find us on Facebook right now as well. Same link at msportsnet live. We'd certainly appreciate it if you were to give us a follow or a like, and or tap on the bell and subscribe to our channel. We'd certainly appreciate that. I want to say thanks to the Rainbow Shop, Gateway Pharmacy, Giant Seeds, Hardware Hank, Farmers Union Insurance, and Three Lions Pub out of West Fargo, proudly cheering on the Comets from Fargo Post 400 and all Fargo and West Fargo teams that appear here on Magnitude Sports. We certainly appreciate them hopping on short notice. By the way, it's Customer Appreciation Week at Three Lions Pub, and that is all weekend, all day today and all day tomorrow from open to close. Happy hour, including $5 wings and a whole bunch of other cool deals, and great staff. They all work together well as a team, and I think you'll absolutely love it. They are kid-friendly up until about 9 o'clock. The kids have to be out, I think, just before 10, if I remember correctly. And so, yeah, really great place. They opened up a couple weeks ago after the shutdown and all that good stuff. So they are ready to rock and roll and serve you and give with your favorite beverages and your favorite food at Three Lions Pub. And don't forget, Customer Appreciation Week is all this weekend from open to close, Friday and Saturday. That includes $5 wings. Ask your server for more details on the other specials that they have this week at Three Lions Pub. The two teams have taken the field. We'll go ahead and get you to a live camera here, make sure that both of our cameras are working. And it does indeed look like the home team will be the Bismarck Capitals. We'll get that one off the scoreboard there. And I'm not sure how that got on there, but now it's all 0-0. So let's go ahead and take a look at your starting lineups here. If I can pull it up. It's been Last game, according to our scoring app, was back in July of 2019, so it's been almost 1 year. Your starting lineups for the Fargo Post 400 Comets. Batting first will be Jacob Hamill, wearing number 7. He'll be playing second base. Batting second out in left field will be number 5, Chase Hansen. Batting third and playing catcher will be number 8, Braden Detlin. Batting fourth will be the third baseman, number 6, Caleb Carlisle. Batting fifth will be the center fielder, Victor Sear. Batting sixth will be the first baseman, number 15, Ben Dawson. Batting seventh will be the shortstop, Alex Kalk, wearing number 9. Batting eighth will be the right fielder, Jacob Top, wearing number 34. And batting ninth, and your starting pitcher for the Fargo Post 400 Comets, is number 11, Zane Sprinsanatic. And I want to thank Zane and the coaches for both teams for helping you out with name pronunciations there. We certainly appreciate that. For the Capitals, this is their B team. On the mound right now, warming up, there is Elliott Huntington wearing number 14, and then behind the plate, catching Huntington's pitches, is Jared Sarsden. Around the bases at first, you have Carson Scar wearing number 19 at first. Number 9 is Isaiah Pajumula. I asked him specifically, and I forgot how to say it already. Pajumula. That's how you say it. He's playing second base. Seth Dietz is the shortstop wearing jersey number 2. Over at third base is Riley Schreiner wearing number 20. In the outfield and right, you have Marshall Taylor wearing number 4, Josh Moll wearing number 8 in center field, and Jameson Johnson out in left field wearing number 13 for the Bismarck Capitals B team. We'll have a lot of action for you here as we have our first pitch now at 4:01. Is what it says on the screen. Actually came in at 4:02. And that'll be a strike. I don't think someone is operating the scoreboard, so we're going to have to go with the umpire's hand signals here. And that one's going to be popped up, and that one is going to be down the first base line and just in front of the Capitals dugout. Once again, up to bat is Jacob Hamill. And the windup in the delivery up high, it hit him. He'll advance to first as a result. I'll reset the count, and the next batter here will be Chase Hansen, number 5 for the Comets. As he'll step into the box with nobody out. Runner on base is Jacob Hamill. Once again, Elliott Huntington on the mound for the Capitals. Here's the windup. Now the toss over to first, and he's safe. Once again, runner on first for the Comets is Jacob Hamill. First pitch at 4:01 this afternoon, according to my clock. Still no official pitch yet here to Chase Hansen. And Hansen will swing, and that one will be a one-hopper right toward the third baseman who juggled it, and he will get on base with a single. So 2 runners on, nobody out, and the next batter is Braden Detlin.
Make it right. Otherwise, people are trying to figure out what it is. Oh my gosh, I get 2 on already? What the heck is that all about?
2 runners on. Huntington looks over his shoulder, showing bunts it down the third base line, and they'll pick it up, fire it over to first. Not in time, I don't believe. Yes, he was safe, according to the umpire at the second base. And the bases are now loaded here for the Fargo Post 400 Comets in the top of the first with nobody out. So Detlin gets on with a bunt down the third base line, and that brings up Caleb Carlisle. Runners on. Detlin on first, Hansen second, Hamill third, and the pitch comes in for a strike, 0-1. And the windup. And that one comes in for another strike. Nice pitch there by Huntington.
Okay. Not he didn't fall off the roof, right?
That's crazy, isn't it?
Wind up in the 0-2 delivery, and that'll be swung on down the third baseline into left field. That'll bring in one run. That'll bring in Jacob Hamill on an RBI single there by Caleb Carlisle, and it's 1-0 in favor of the Fargo Post 400 Comets.
I'm glad they're playing in state this year.
Yes.
And not just going all over.
So that brings up Victor Sear.
He'll get plenty of travel.
Oh, yeah.
And then the windup, missed outside, ball one. Once again, I want to say thanks to the Rainbow Shop, Gateway Pharmacy, Giant Seed, Hardware Hank, Three Lions Pub in West Fargo, and Farmers Union Insurance for sponsoring today's broadcast. We appreciate that. Swing and a miss, even up the count at a ball and a strike apiece, 1-1.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, close. Not too bad.
One ball, one strike.
They haven't got the scoreboard set.
Yeah, there's nobody operating the scoreboard, so our scoreboard is the only official one that we're aware of. And that one comes inside for a ball as Sear had to duck down and have that pitch float over his shoulders there.
That's a trap.
3 balls and a strike here to Victor Sear. Once again, bases loaded. Comets have a 1-0 lead. And the pitch that hit the corner. No, it did not. That'll be a run. That'll be run number 2 that's forced in via a walk. And it's 2-0 now. That brings up Ben Dawson. Once again, runners on base for the Comets. You got Braden Detlin on third, Caleb Carlisle on second, Victor Sear on first, and the windup in the delivery to Dawson. Swing and a miss for a strike, 0-1. Bases are still loaded. You can see on camera there, Caleb Carlisle, the runner on second. Here's the pitch. That'll float outside, and keeping it in front of him is Sarson to make sure the runners stay on their base. 1-1 the count. And the 1-1. A little high, and that's a ball. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now, the count now to Ben Dawson. Once again on base. Sear on first, Carlisle on second, Detlin on third, and it's a 2-0 lead here with nobody out. And a 2-1 delivery coming up here from Huntington. Outside for a ball. Nice job there by Sarson to keep it in front of him once again. 3-1 the count now, and Huntington's not careful here. It'll be 3-0 on another forced-in run via a walk. That's how the Comets earn their second run of the game. And he'll swing, and he'll pop that one up towards first base. And it'll drop foul, and everybody will go back 90 feet, and we'll do this again.
You can't tell which one's Riley. It's the beard. I meant the beard. Not all of them have a red beard. And he's walked the same way since he was little.
You notice when you have this on, you put it out your mouth all the time.
Here's the windup in the 3-2, actually. Right down the middle for a strikeout. So that's the first out of the inning. So Dawson will strike out. That brings up Alex Kalk. He's the batter number 7 in the lineup here for the Fargo Post 400 Comets. And the windup in the delivery from Huntington. Swing, and he maybe got a piece of it. Goes into the books as a strike. 0-1. One away, bases loaded. Runners on. Victor Sear on first. Caleb Carlisle on second. Braden Detlin on third. The batter is Alex Kalk. And the pitch caught the corner for a strike. 1-1. Or 0-2, excuse me. And the 0-2. Up high for a ball, 1-2.
When I got these, I had gotten.
Supposed to be down in Sioux Falls today, but that was the broadcasts on those games were canceled. As that ball will tip down a little bit low. Wind up in the delivery, swung on, and he'll foul that one back, and it'll remain a 2 balls, 2 strikes count. And here's a delivery from Huntington, up high for a ball. I believe it is a full count. Once again, nobody is operating the scoreboard. So I have to rely on the officials' hand signals here. I believe it's a 3-2 count. And another strikeout, and it was indeed. That's 2 away now here for the Comets, but they have gotten 2 across the plate. And coming up next here for Fargo Post 400 is Jacob Top. Wind up, that one caught the edge, just missed it for a ball, 1-0. And Huntington will wind up and deliver the 1-0 pitch, and that'll be swung on towards in between first and second. Second baseman will scoop it up, and he'll get it over to Scar for the out, and they'll end the inning. So we go to the end of, or the middle of 1. And the score is the Comets 2 and the Capitals 0. Back after this message here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. The Rainbow Shop, a Parable Christian store, has life-giving gifts for every occasion. Gifts with meaning, gifts that change lives. Stop in and view their large selection of books, Bibles, jewelry, greeting cards, music and DVDs, home decor, and children's department. Many gifts to bring inspiration to family and loved ones. Call them 223-2422 and visit them online at bismarck.parable.com. For all your gift-giving needs, shop the Rainbow Shop, a Parable Christian store on South 7th Street in the Southridge Center Strip Mall, 1 block east of Kirkwood Mall in Bismarck. All right, welcome back. Bottom of the first inning. Comets got 2 runs across the plate via 2 runs from third on a walk. And that has been the only scoring so far. And this will be the first time up to bat here for the Bismarck Capitals. Coverage continues tomorrow from the Municipal Ballpark in Bismarck here. So we'll have coverage starting at about 11 or 11:30 tomorrow morning. And I think we'll see the Comets one more time, and we should see a few of the other Bismarck teams as well. So we'll have those games for you tomorrow here on this is the only game we'll have for you here today. We need to get rosters into our system. There's not enough times between games to do that, so. So warming up on the mound right now here for Fargo Post 400 is Zane Sprincinatic. And behind the plate catching is Braden Detlin. Around the bases for the Comets, you got Ben Dawson at first, Jacob Hamill at second, Alex Kalk is the shortstop, and Caleb Carlisle is at third base. In the outfield, Jacob Topp is in right, Chase Hansen is in left, and straightaway center is Victor Sear for the Fargo Post 400 Comets, and Seth Dietz will be the first batter here for the Bismarck Capitals. And that pitch will come inside, a little low below the knees for a ball, 1-0. Want to say thanks to the coaches once again for getting me their lineups promptly. I certainly appreciate that. And then the players and the coaches for helping me out with some name pronunciations as well. That pitch will float down and low outside for another ball to make it 2-0 here to Seth Dietz, the batter for the Bismarck Capitals. The B team, the A team for the Capitals won today. I'll get you a final score on that one here in the next opportunity. Here's the pitch outside, low for a ball, 3-0. So the Bismarck A's won over the Bismarck Senators 9-4. Jaden Mitzel pitched 12 strikeouts in 6.5 innings, and he also had a 2-run homer. I believe that was in the 3rd or 4th inning, if I remember correctly. So a runner on first now on a 4-pitch walk, and that'll bring up the next batter here for the Capitals, and that batter will happen to be Josh Mole. Elliott Huntington is on deck. Jared Sarson's in the hole. Once again, Zane Sprinsanatic is on the mound here for the Fargo Post 400 Comets. And the pitch showing bunt, pulls the bunt back, and the runner will take off and make it in standing on the steal. So Dietz now on second. And that pitch will come outside, and that will allow the runner to advance to third. And that was going to be a play at home, and they got him. Tried to steal home and just needed a few extra steps to be successful, but it's one away instead. And now I believe the count is 2 balls, no strikes here to the batter, Josh Mole. But Seth Dietz out at third. He's out on a 1-2. Not too often you see a 1-2 out, but that was the case there. Josh Mole, the batter. 2 balls, no strikes, I believe. Here's the windup. That one comes in for a strike. Now it's 2-1. 2-1 unless the official says otherwise, and he agrees with me. 2-1. Like having the camera up close there on the official. One away, runner on, no runners on, actually. That ball will come in low. About 19 minutes into the ball game, swing and a miss there for a strike and a full count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So coming up next here for Sprinsanatic is the payoff pitch here on the batter Josh Mole. On deck is Elliott Huntington with 1 away for the Capitals. And the windup and the payoff on the way, and he'll walk. Up to first he goes as the pitch just barely missed the strike zone, and that will bring up the next batter, Elliott Huntington. Jared Sarson goes on deck here for the Capitals. Runner on first is Josh Mole, and they'll fire it over to first, and Mole will be safe.
No, it's nice with that breeze. In fact, I had my air conditioner set at 75, and when I got up this morning.
And that one will be rifled out into shallow left field. That'll be good for a single, advancing Mole up to second base on the single by Huntington. Brings Jared Sarson up to the plate. So runners on first and second now, and that brings up Jared Sarson. Mole on second, Huntington on first. And here's the pitch from Sprinzanatic, and that one comes in. I missed it. Not sure if it was a ball or strike. I looked down to get the name pronunciation on Sprinzanatic, and I missed the pitch. Wind up in the delivery, and that'll be foul, and that'll play. So it's at least an 0-1 count. Make it an 0-2 count. Thank you very much, official. Runners on first and second. Capitals trailing 2-0 here to the post 400 Comets. That one comes inside and nearly hit them, but it's good for a ball, 1-2. Nice crowd on hand here at Holland Field in South Bismarck. When I was in high school, I played soccer at Cottonwood Diamonds, and that was just a little bit north of here by a couple of blocks. And that one will come in, and that'll get the strikeout, out number 2. So runners remain on, and the next batter up here for the Capitals will be Jameson Johnson. So once again, runners on first and second. And that one comes inside for a ball, 1-0. Once again, 2 away here in the bottom half of the first. And that one will catch the corner for a strike. Nice pitch there by Sprinzanatic.
Because I think Jill's going to have supper. Okay. But I told her if it was too late, I'd let her know. But we'll gain an hour. Yeah, exactly. So, oh, yeah, 5:30. Because it's an hour.
And that one will be pop foul. Runners will have to return 90 feet to their bases. That one will scoot away. Runners will advance from first and second up to second and third. So that puts Josh Mole over on third. And Elliott Huntington on second. Jameson Johnson is the batter. And that one will be grounded right towards the shortstop there. Alex Kalk, he'll pick it up, fire it over, and it won't come. It won't go into the glove of the first baseman, and that will allow Josh Mole to score from third.
Hey, way to bring in 2. You got the
And Huntington will come in from second as well. So both teams have now scored 2 in their respective halves of the inning, and we're knotted up at 2 apiece. So the runner on second is Jameson Johnson, and the batter now is... Let's see here. Take a look at the roster. It was Riley Schreiner, and that'll be a ground out, and that will end the end of the inning. So after 1 is 2-2. Comets and Capitals all tied up. We'll be back after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back. After 1 inning of play, we're knotted up at 2-2 between the Comets and the Capitals. Comets 2 runs on 4 hits, 1 Capital error, and nobody left on base. Capitals 2 runs on 2 hits and 2 Comet errors, and 1 left on base. Once again on the mound here for the Bismarck Capitals, number 14 is Elliott Huntington. Jared Sarson is behind the plate catching those pitches. Around the bases, you got Carson Scar at first, Seth Dietz at short, Riley Schreiner at third, and Isaiah Pajmula at second. Marshall Taylor's in right field. Jameson Johnson's in left field. Josh Moll is in straightaway center field for the Capitals. And your first batter here for Fargo Post 400 will be Zane Sprinsanatic. It'll be a pitcher versus pitcher battle as we move into the top of the second inning here. I'll thank our sponsors once again, including Gateway Pharmacy, Rainbow Shop, Giant Seeds, Hardware Hank, 3 Lions Pub, and Farmers Union Insurance. So we have a short pause in the action here as a loose ball was discovered right around the first base bag, and coach came out to pick it up. Top of the second, first pitch. Here it is, outside for a ball, 1-0. And the 1-0 delivery from Huntington. Inside, swung and missed. Maybe got a piece of it on the bat. Either way, it's a strike and evens things up at 1-1. Once again, coverage continues tomorrow at the Municipal Ballpark here in Bismarck. We'll have, we're hoping to have 4 games for you starting at about 11:30 a.m. But we'll have at least a couple games for sure. We still need to track down rosters and get them entered into our system. 2 balls and a strike now the count here to Sprinsanatic. And that one comes dangerously close to hitting Sprinsanatic on the chin as he had to duck back there and avoid that one. 3-1. And the 3-1 wind up in the delivery. Swung on, and that one's going to be popped straight up and out of play. Fouled away for a strike. 3-2. Nobody out here. Tied up at 2 in the top of the second between the Comets and the Capitals. And here's the payoff. He'll reach for it, and he'll put it over into the glove of the shortstop. He'll fire it across the diamond, and they got him on a 6-3 ground out. Sprinsanatic grounds out for the first out of the inning. So that brings up Jacob Hamill. He singled last time as we return to the top of the order here for the Comets. And that first pitch comes outside for a ball. 1-0. So 1 away on a 6-3 ground out by Sprinsanatic, and now Jacob Hamill returns for the top of the order here. Comets got their 2 runs on two bases loaded walks, back-to-back bases loaded walks, as that one's fouled away for a strike, 1-1. A couple of hits drove in a couple of runs for the Capitals in the bottom half of the inning, and we're knotted up at 2 as a result. And the windup in the 1-1 delivery from Huntington gets jammed up. Catcher runs back, and it will drop before he can catch up to it. Goes into the books as a fouled away pitch and a strike, 1-2. As we reach seconds away from the 30-minute mark of the ball game here. It was sunny and 82 at our first pitch at 4:01. That pitch comes in for a strike. No, check that, a ball, 2-2. And he'll reach for that one, and he'll go right over towards first base, and they'll mishandle the ball, and he's on with us. We're going to go with an error on that one. A home error will put him on base.
No, it sure doesn't.
Charge that air to the second baseman. Chase Hansen at the plate now. Swing and a miss, strike one.
Just read the last one. She loves you. If she didn't make fun of you, you know there's something wrong.
Wind up in the delivery, and that one finds its way outside. Nice job there by Sartz, and to keep it in front of him. So that one came off the handle of Huntington on the throw to the plate. And the runner takes off. Ball goes into the dirt, and he'll make it to second safely. So 2-1 the count now, and Jacob Hamill is on second for the Comets. Huntington winds up, delivers outside for a ball, and it's 3-1.
Do we want to go hit the 9:30 game? We'll pick you up right before 8. We're coming back. Alexis's last game is at 7:30. And then we're going to come back.
That one goes into the dirt, and that'll be ball 4. Runner will stay on second, so that puts Hansen on first. Hamill on second, brings Braden Detlin up to the plate. Top of the one away, 2 runners on. The batter, Braden Detlin, got on with a bunt single down the third base line to load the bases last time he was at the plate here for the Comets. That one comes up high for a ball, 1-0. Up high for another ball, 2-0.
And be ready.
All my life I've abused my body.
Yeah, no kidding. Yep. Sore wrist.
I'm not going to quit now.
And outside for 3-0. So 3 pitches, 3 balls, and he's in danger of being a pitch away from loading the bases for the third time for sure, maybe the 4th time in this game here for the Comets, and we're only in the top half of the second. And that one comes down the middle for a strike. Nice job there by Huntington. Unofficially, 37 pitches for Huntington. 21 strikes and 16 balls. A strike is anything that's not a ball. That is a strike there, as that one is popped up into shallow left center. Left fielder Jameson Johnson comes in and makes the grab for the second out of the inning. So runners will stay where they're at, and that'll bring up the next batter.
No kidding. Come on now, come on, 6. Get him in here.
I know. They said shoulders are the worst.
Caleb Carlisle, 1 for 1 with a single to shallow left his last time at the plate. Carlisle will see that one go outside for a ball, 1-0.
Gabe, but I was seriously like at first. It looked like a meat to me. I'm like, what kind of meat is that color that you? That's what I was thinking.
And the 1-0 just misses outside for 2 balls and no strikes. And the windup in the 2-0, he'll swing and pop that one up. It's going towards the second baseman, right where the grass meets the sand, and he'll make the grab, and that will be the 3rd out, and that will end this half of the inning. So We go to the middle of the second. Capitals up to bat. Next, when we return after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. The Rainbow Shop, a Parable Christian store, has life-giving gifts for every occasion. Gifts with meaning, gifts that change lives. Stop in and view their large selection of books, Bibles, jewelry, greeting cards, music and DVDs, home decor, and children's department. Many gifts to bring inspiration to family and loved ones. Call them 223-2422 and visit them online at bismarck.parable.com. For all your gift-giving needs, shop the Rainbow Shop, a Parable Christian store on South 7th Street in the Southridge Center Strip Mall, 1 block east of Kirkwood Mall in Bismarck. All right, welcome back. Bottom of the second inning now here for the Comets and the Capitals. Capitals up to bat, bottom of the order, batters 7, 8, and 9. Carson Scar, Isaiah Pajamula, and Marshall Taylor will be the batters here in the bottom half of the order for the Capitals. Sprincenatic on the mound. As we approach the 37-minute mark of the ball game here, heading into the bottom of the second inning. Carson Scar, the batter. First pitch, just a little high for a ball, 1-0. And that one comes in for a strike, even things up at 1 apiece. Isaiah Pajamula is on deck. Marshall Taylor in the hole here. Batter Carson Scar, 1-1, in for a strike, 1-2. And the windup in the 1-2 delivery. Inside for a ball, 2-2.
Johnson, best popcorn I've ever had, and you know I have popcorn everywhere I go. Hands down.
Unofficially 28 pitches for Sprincenatic. 17 strikes and 11 balls. Pitch 29 is a 2-2. And that'll be rifled foul into out of play down the third base line.
It was ridiculous. How come no Bismarck schools can make popcorn like this?
Count remains 2-2.
Best popcorn I've ever had.
No runners on as that pitch goes into the dirt, and it's a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
No, it's a new school.
Now it'll be chopped, and it'll stay fair. Detland picks it up, fires it to first to Dawson, and they got him. He will be out, and that will bring up the next batter, who is Isaiah Pajamula. Bismarck coach wanted an explanation, and looks like he's going to come back and bat now. I believe that's the case. Yeah, so we'll take the out off the board. I believe it was a 3-2 count. And now and it was a 3-2 count, so he'll go on as a walk. And that brings up Isaiah Pajamula. I'm going to get that right. It's probably I think we might see this team tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure. Quick throw over to first, and the runner is safe. Once again, runner on first for the Capitals is Carson Scar. Isaiah Pajamula is the batter. I'll get it right eventually. Pitch comes across for a strike. Sprinznatic. There we go. 1-1 the count now to Pajmula. As Sprinznatic looks over his shoulder at first, make sure Scar's in position. And now he delivers the pitch outside for a ball. 2-1. Marshall Taylor on deck here for the Capitals. And that one catches the corner for a strike. Evens things up at 2 apiece. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here for Sprinznatic on the mound for the post 400 Comets. Quick throw over to first. That's close, but he's safe. Official in between first and second says he was safe, and Scar will remain in check on first. Pajamula, the batter, facing a 2 balls and 2 strikes count. Got the corner, struck him out. It's 1 down here, and brings up Marshall Taylor. Once again, runner on first is Carson Scar. Sprinznatic on the mound, looking over at first. Now quickly fires it over and safe. Couple of close ones there. Scar's gotten almost caught on a couple of opportunities there on that pickoff throw, but Taylor still no official count to him, and here's the pitch, and that'll be grounded right over to the second baseman on a hopper. He'll pick it up, mishandle the ball, and that puts the runner on with an error. So Scar advances second on the error by Jacob Hamill and puts Taylor on first.
Okay, Seth.
That brings up Seth Dietz. He was walked last time he was at the plate. Runners on first and second now. Scar on second, Taylor on first, and the batter is Seth Dietz. Pitch just went below the knees for a ball, 1-0. 1 away, 2 runners on as we're about 44 minutes into the ball game here. First pitch came at about 4:01 this afternoon under a sunny sky and 82 degrees. And it's still right in that general area here. We're at about 81 right now. Little golf swing will pop that one up towards third. And the third baseman and the second baseman did not call each other off, and the ball will drop. And just a little bit of a nightmare of a play there for the Comets. And that will end up loading the bases there. So that'll go into the books as another error. So I believe we have an out here.
No, I meant like.
Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so runners on second and third. Pitch comes in for a ball. That pitch will come outside for another ball. 2-0. So here, I believe, let's, if we can, let's take a look here. I believe that's Carson Scar on third. See if we can get his jersey number. Yes, it is, I believe. And that'll be grounded right towards short. And he'll mishandle it again, and a run will score on another error.
Come on, Fargo! Make the plays! Come on, Blue!
So the Capitals take their first lead of the game at 3-2. So runners on the corners now. And that one will be grounded right towards third, and the throw across the diamond is in time for the 5-3 ground out. Out number 2 and out number 3. Because I forgot to record the out on that last confusing play. And that will take us to the end of the second. Comets, 2 runs on 5 hits, 3 capital errors, and 2 left on base. And the Capitals, let's add 2 more left on base here for the Capitals. 3 runs on 2 hits, 5 Comets errors, and 3 left on base. And I'll be back here at the top of the third right after this message.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back. Top of the third inning here. Once again, it is Customer Appreciation Weekend at Three Lions Pub in West Fargo, proudly cheering on all Fargo and West Fargo teams that will play up here on Magnitude Sports this summer. Wings, $5. Other drink specials. Ask your bartender or server about the specials going on right now. And from open to close, it is happy hour from open to close as part of Customer Appreciation Week at Three Lions Pub in West Fargo. So I appreciate them hopping on and supporting the broadcast here. Here's the pitch from Huntington, and it's outside for a ball to, let's see here. Victor Sear is the batter. And that pitch looked like it was a strike, but it wasn't called a strike, so therefore it's a ball, and it's 2-0.
Because that would be super creepy. Right. Riley and I caught a bunny at the garage yesterday.
That one will come up high for another ball, and it's 3 balls and no strikes here to Victor Sear. He was walked last time he was at the plate as well. We'll see if that happens again. It's the middle of the order. Batters 5, 6, and 7, and batter 5 will get on first base on a 4-pitch walk. And that'll bring up Ben Dawson. Yeah, swing and a miss for a strike there. Ben Dawson, the batter, he struck out last time he was at the plate. Unofficial numbers now, Huntington at 45 pitches, 22 balls and 23 strikes. 0-1 the count now to Ben Dawson. Huntington, runner on first is Victor Sear. He'll pop it over to first, try and get Sear out, but Sear is safe at the bag. And the windup. And that one will go into the dirt. Runner will stay at first. 0-2. Top of the third, runner takes off, and no throw will be made, and he's on second with the steal. That's Victor Sear with the stolen base. Ben Dawson, the batter, 1-1, 1 ball, 1 strike. Wind up from Huntington, and inside and up for a ball, 2-1. Down low into the dirt. It was a 3-1 count, actually, and that will put runners on first and second, and we'll have a short trip to the mound, and then he turned around, and then he's like, I better go talk with him, and here comes the coach, too. And that's going to wrap it up here for Elliott Huntington. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll tell you who our new pitcher is. I want to thank our sponsors, including Rainbow Shop, Spiffy Biffs, Gateway Pharmacy, Giant Seeds, Hardware Hank, Three Lines Pub in West Fargo, and Farmers Union Insurance. Back in a moment here with a new pitcher for the Capitals after this on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Do you guys need someone to run the scoreboard?
Yeah, there's nobody up here running the scoreboard.
Okay, we can run it.
Yeah, come on up here, yeah. Big and small, they handle them all, from weddings to parades and everything in between. Let Spiffy Biss show you why they are the region's #1 choice for events. When times get rough, let Spiffy Biss help. They are local and respond fast. Whether it's a flood or fire, Spiffy Biss is with you through every emergency. Don't forget about the job site. Let Spiffy Biss provide your employees with a clean and comfortable place to go. Visit them online for more information, spiffybiss.com, or call them 224-0856. Spiffy Biss, giving people a place to go for over 40 years. 1414 Continental Avenue, Bismarck. All right, top of the third. 1 ball, no strikes. The count here to the batter, Alex Kalk. We believe the new pitcher is Josh Moll. We're not 100% sure on that. Swing and a miss for a strike. If it is Josh Moll, that means we have a new center fielder, and I forgot to bring my binoculars, so I can't tell you who's out in center field right now. 1-1 the count, right down the middle, but a little high for a ball, 2-1. Nobody out here in the top half of the third. Capitals lead the Comets 3-2. Victor Sear, the runner, on second. Ben Dawson on first, and the pitch comes outside for a ball, 3-1. Batter is Alex Kalk once again. He struck out looking his last time at the plate. As we hit the 55-minute mark, 5 minutes shy of an hour here on this ball game. It's cooled down a little bit here. It's a little bit more cloudy now. It was sunny when we started the game. And the walk will load the bases, pushing Victor Sear to third, Ben Dawson to second, and Alex Kalk to first, bringing up Jacob Top. 0 for 1 in the game. Struck out last time at the plate. And the bases are loaded here for the Comets, which is good news. They're trailing by 1 if you're a Comets fan. And the windup. And it's in. And the play at home, I think he's safe. He is. And the game is tied as Victor Sear comes in from third. The other 2 runners advance to second and third. And that ties us up at 3-3 now. So Alex Kalk moves up to second, while Ben Dawson moves over to third. Two balls and no strikes to Jacob Top, the batter here for the Comets. Comets scored 2 runs in the top of the first. Capitals tied it up in the bottom of the first at 2-2. Capitals will tack on another run in the bottom half of the second. Now the Comets here in the top of the third have tied it up at 3. 3 balls, no strikes, and that one just barely caught the edge for a strike. 3-1. And that one floated over the outside edge of the plate for a strike, and that's a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runners on second and third. A base hit here could possibly make it 5-3 for the Comets. We'll see if Top can get that base hit. Not this time. He's going to walk, and that's going to load the bases for the Comets for the 5th time in this game. Zane Sprinsnatic steps up to the plate now for the Comets. He grounded out on a 6-3 to the shortstop last time at the plate. And this time he will fire it into center field, and the center fielder will make the running grab. I want to say hi to Matt, and Jaden, and Sarah, and the Mitzel family watching right now. And I want to say thanks to the Rainbow Shot for being a sponsor of today's broadcast. Broadcast coverage continues tomorrow at the Bismarck Municipal Ballpark. We'll see the Capitals A team. We'll see the Comets once again. We'll see a couple other teams. Games start, if I remember correctly, it's either 11 or 11:30 tomorrow morning. Here's the pitch, and that one will be grounded towards third. Picked up there by Schreiner. Fires it across to Scar for the out. That brings us to the middle of 3, and it's 3-3. We're all knotted up. Back after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Big and small, they handle them all, from weddings to parades and everything in between. Let Spiffy Biss show you why they are the region's #1 choice for events. When times get rough, let Spiffy Biss help. They are local and respond fast. Whether it's a flood or fire, Spiffy Biss is with you through every emergency. Don't forget about the job site. Let Spiffy Biss provide your employees with a clean and comfortable place to go. Visit them online for more information, spiffybiss.com, or call them 224-0856. Spiffy Biss, giving people a place to go for over 40 years. 1414 Continental Avenue, Bismarck. The Rainbow Shop, a Parable Christian store, has life-giving gifts for every occasion. Gifts with meaning, gifts that change lives. Stop in and view their large selection of books, Bibles, jewelry, greeting cards, music and DVDs, home decor, and children's department. Many gifts to bring inspiration to family and loved ones. Call them 223-2422 and visit them online at bismarck.parable.com. For all your gift-giving needs, shop the Rainbow Shop, a Parable Christian store on South 7th Street in the Southridge Center Strip Mall, 1 block east of Kirkwood Mall in Bismarck. All right, bottom of the third starts now. We're knotted up at 3-3 on the mound here for Fargo Post 400. Zane Sprintsnatic, and at the plate is Jared Sarson. He'll foul it away for a strike. 0-1. If you're just joining us here, the Comets scored first. 2 bases loaded walks to make it 2-0. Capitals would respond, get 2 back in the bottom of the first. We were going tied. Capitals put 1 on the board in the bottom of the second to go ahead 3-3, and the Comets get 1 back in the top half of the third. And now we're knotted up at 3 apiece. No balls, 2 strikes to the batter, Jared Sarson, who struck out his last time at the plate. That one will pop off the glove there of Detlin and go into the books as a ball, 1-2. Nobody out here in the bottom half of the third. Unofficially, 44 pitches for Sprintsnatic. And the 1-2 delivery, and that one will come in for a ball inside. As Sarson had to look carefully there and see if he had to jump out of the way of that one or not. 2-2. Outside, missed the corner, 3-2 full count. Once again, I want to say thanks to Rainbow Shop, Gateway Pharmacy, Giant Seeds, Hardware Hank, 3 Lines Pub, Farmers Union Insurance, and Spiffy Biffs. As that one is going to be hit down the first base line into foul territory, and the catch is made by Detlin for the out.
So the best one they got was like 16 or 18. I was still super impressed, but I would really like to have seen the 90.
So Sarson's will pop out into foul territory.
Right. And then the judges, they all like kind of get together and they...
And that brings up Jameson Johnson, who doubled out into left field his last time at the plate. So 1 away, nobody on here. Jameson Johnson, the pitcher. And the windup in the delivery, and that one comes in and falls into the dirt for a ball, 1-0. Don't forget, it's Customer Appreciation Weekend at 3 Lines Pub in West Fargo, proudly cheering on all the Fargo and West Fargo teams appearing on Magnitude Sports this summer. Certainly appreciate them joining. $5 wings. You can ask your server about other specials that are happening as the pitch comes in for a strike to even things up at 1-1. And happy hour from open to close all day today and all day tomorrow at 3 Lines Pub in West Fargo. I'll miss for another ball. 2-1 the count, I believe. Yep. We got a scoreboard operator up here now. We went the first 2.5 innings without a scoreboard operator, so we certainly appreciate them volunteering to work the scoreboard. Makes things a little bit easier. Pitch comes in for a strike. Now we have a 2-2 count. Nobody on and 1 away here for the Capitals. It's been a back-and-forth battle between these two teams. Overall, I'd have to say a fairly good baseball game up to this point. A couple of errors, but that one will be a short chopper towards short. He'll be picked up, fired over to first, and the 6-3 ground out is good on the throw out there from the shortstop, Alex Kalk, over to Ben Dawson at first for out number 2.
They go to the processing place themselves.
Riley,
I don't know.
started here.
With Ryan, they do.
6-3 on the ground out. If you're scoring at home, brings up Riley Schreiner. Grounded out last time at the plate. Matter of fact, it was a 1-3 ground out right back to Sprintsnatic, the pitcher. 2 away, no runners on. Here's the pitch. Ooh, and Sprintsnatic got out of the way of that one just in the nick of time. 1-0. A little heater there. Riley Schreiner getting out of the way of Sprintsnatic's pitch. Swing and a miss there for a strike. That'll even things up at 1-1. Once again, coverage continues tomorrow at the Municipal Ballpark in Bismarck. We'll have the Bismarck Capitals A team. I think the Comets are on the schedule to play at that park tomorrow, so we'll see them again. That one's going to be a chopper right towards the second baseman, and Jacob Ham will pick it up and fire it over to Dawson for the out to end the bottom of the third. So 3 done. And we go on now to the top of the fourth. We're knotted up at 3-3 apiece here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Back after this.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back. Correction on the score, it's actually 4-3. I forgot to add a run on that last Comet score. I apologize for that. Pitch comes, catches the corner for a strike. 2 balls and a strike here to the batter. And the batter's Chase Hansen. Now be picked up by the shortstop, fired over to first in just the nick of time. Brings up Braden Detlin. Pitch comes in for a strike. That one's going to be popped up. And this time the shortstop will make the grab. Seth Dietz gets out number 2 of the inning, or out number 1, excuse me. Out number 2, I was right the first time. So Detlin will pop out to the shortstop. It brings up Caleb Carlisle. 1 for 2, a single and a fly out. The single to shallow left, fly out to shallow right. His last 2 at plate. Pitch comes down the middle, but a little high for a ball. 1-0.
I know, but the day after you had an appointment.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and I texted Patrick and I said, you
That one will find its way outside as well.
they gotta be sure.
Oh, yeah.
Because
2 balls, no strikes. No runners on. 2 away here for the Comets, who lead 4-3. Caught the corner for a strike. 2-1.
He fell off the roof for, it wasn't even a car thing, and all of a sudden we started to see that. But she had it. Serious? They didn't even know she was trying to
Swing and a miss. And now it's a full count here. Once again, the batter for the Comets at the plate is Caleb Carlisle. Victor Sear is on deck if Carlisle can get on base. Here's the 2-2. That one will be fouled away. It'll remain 2-2. Just got an updated schedule sent to us here. We'll check that out in a little bit. Depending on what that schedule says, it may change our plans for future games as well. We'll just we'll take a look at that schedule and let you know ASAP. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count. And the windup of the payoff pitch from Josh Mole, and he'll batter that one into the dirt, and it'll remain 3-2. So payoff pitch number 2 coming here from Josh Mole. And here's the windup in the delivery outside for a ball, and he'll walk. Runner on first as a result. 2 away, and that brings up the next batter, Victor Sear. And if Sear can get on base, then Ben Dawson would be on deck. It's Ben Sear, batter number 5 in the lineup here for the Comets. I believe that last pitch was a ball. And if so, 1-0. Pick-off throw over to first, not in time. Carlisle remains safe on the bag at 1. One ball, no strikes. That one comes in a little bit low for another ball, 2-0.
Yeah, I can follow you. No, we'll be behind you. We're not leaving till. I'm so bummed this isn't a Friday. Usually I call Dave, he's in my let me meet. Well,
and that pitch comes outside for a strike. 2-1 the count now. Once again, Victor Sear the batter. Ben Dawson's on deck if Sear can get on without grounding out or popping out. And that one comes up high. Two, 3 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. 3 balls and 2 strikes, so it's a strikeout, and that ends the inning. To the middle of the 4th we go here. It's 4-3. The Comets lead by 1, and Capitals up to bat next here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Since 1996, Giants have been a go-to snack in the Midwest. We thank you for your continued trust in Giants to provide you the best quality sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, pistachios, and our delicious cashews.
All right, welcome back. Bottom of the fourth, Comets lead 4-3. New pitcher on the mound here, Fargo Post 400, is Ben Crawford. Once again, around the bases here for the Comets. Ben Dawson at first, Jacob Hamill at second, Alex Kalk, the shortstop, Caleb Carlisle at third, Brayton Detland behind the plate catching the pitches from the new pitcher, Ben Crawford. In the outfield in left, you got Chase Hansen. In right, Jacob Toppin. Straightaway centers, Victor Sear. Carson Scar, 0 for 0 for a walk, will be the first batter that Ben Crawford faces here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. You'll also see Isaiah Pajmula and Marshall Taylor. The bottom of the order, batters 7, 8, and 9 here for the Capitals as we head into the bottom of the fourth. As we approach the 1 hour and 17-minute mark of the ball game, this will be our only game of the day here that we broadcast. There's another game coming up next, but we will not have that game for you.
But not this year at all. Not until next year.
Get over it, you're fine.
Yeah, swing and a miss for a strike.
Yes, those two.
Quick 0-2 count here to Carson Scar, who's 0 for 0 with a walk on his last plate appearance. And the 0-2 windup comes outside for a ball. I think that one got away from Crawford. I think he was maybe trying to send it to the outside to get Scar to chase, but then he lost control of the pitch and it went a little bit further outside than he wanted it to. Gets a piece of that one to stay alive at 1-2. So Crawford with 4 pitches now, 3 strikes and a ball. Here's pitch number 5, outside for a ball. Full 2-2 the count. One of those 5 pitches was fouled away there by Carson Scar. And the 2-2 down the middle, but a little bit low for a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Isaiah Pajmula is on deck for the Capitals. He'll chop that one towards first, and the second baseman will pick it up on the hop. Hamill to Dawson for the 4-3. So 1 away, and that'll bring up the next batter here for the Capitals, and that batter will be Isaiah Pajmula. Or will it? Let's see here. No, check that. It is Marshall Taylor. So Marshall Taylor is on deck. I apologize for that. I got flip-flopped in my lineup there. Taylor reached base on an error back in the first inning. He's 0 for 1 as a result. This one's going to be a direct hit right over to second base, and they got it there in time. Hamill almost struggled to pick that one up, but he picked it up, spun around, fired it into the glove of Dawson for the 4-3 ground out, and Taylor's gone, and that's 2 away. Should bring up Seth Dietz now, unless they made a change. No, let's see here. So now it's Pajmula. So what they did was they flip-flopped Pajmula and Taylor. Okay, so now it's Isaiah Pajmula. 0 for 1 with a strikeout last time, and that one will be fouled away for a strike. 0-2 the count, with 2 away and no runners on. Crawford will wind up and deliver the 0-2 to Pajmula outside for a ball. 1-2. And that one will be grounded right past almost past Crawford, but he'll pick it up. And Pajmula grounds out on a 1-3. That'll end the bottom half of the fourth. We'll go to the fifth. And we'll see batters 6, 7, and 8 for the Comets. Ben Dawson, Alex Kalk, and Jacob Top due up. Pending changes after this. 4-3, Comets lead. To the top of the fifth we go after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, top of the fifth, we're back. Pitch goes into the dirt for a ball, 1-0. The batter is Ben Dawson for the Fargo Post 400 Comets, who hanging on to a 4-3 lead here. Into the top of the fifth inning we go on a 1-0 pitch from Mole outside, 2-0. Elliott Huntington moved out to center field, so it was a straight flip-flop a couple innings ago when we missed who went out to center field. But we got that. That pitch comes across for a strike. Nice job there. 2 balls and a strike for the count to Ben Dawson, who's 0 for 1. Struck out swinging and then was walked his last plate appearance. And the 2-1 down low into the dirt for a ball, 3-1. 7-inning ball game here. Unless the game is tied, then we'll go on until we have a winner. And the pitch, and that one will be fired right into the hands of the shortstop, Seth Dietz, and he'll have no problem firing it over to Carson Scar for the 6-3 ground out. So Dawson grounds out on a 6-3 to shortstop, and that brings up Alex Kalk, who's 0 for 1, struck out, and a walk his last two in that order, and his last 2 trips to the plate. Once again, we want to thank Spiffy Biss, Farmers Union Insurance, Hardware Hank, Gateway Pharmacy, Rainbow Shop, a Parable Christian Store, as well as Three Lions Pub. Cheering on all the Fargo and West Fargo teams appearing on Magnitude Sports this summer. And that'll be fouled away for a strike. It's either 1-1 or 0-2. I missed the first pitch. It's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1's across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Josh Mole on the mound here for the Capitals and delivers the 1-1 up high outside for a ball. Did not climb the ladder to chase that one. Nice eye there by Alex Kalk. On deck is Jacob Top, and then if we can get through those 2 batters, we'll see the batter number 9, Zane Sprinsnatic. Mole with the 2-1. Down low and outside for 3-1. We might have a different batter in the number 9 position here since we have a new pitcher. We'll find out in a couple batters from now. Down low into the dirt, ball 4, and that's a walk. Runner on, and that resets the count for the next batter. Jacob Top, 0 for 1, struck out and a walk on his last 2 trips to the plate. And the runner will take off, and the throw will go, but not be in time, as Sarson kind of mishandled it, kind of juggled it a little bit on the first attempt to throw it up to second. And had he gotten that throw off, it may have been a closer call, and he may or may not have gotten Alex Kalk out. But as a result, stolen base goes in favor of the Comets, puts a runner in scoring position here, leading 4-3. And the pitch caught the corner for a strike. One ball, one strike as a result. And that one will catch the corner as well. 1-2 now to Jacob Top on deck. Let's see here if I can see who's on deck. It is Ben Crawford on deck. And that one will be popped up, and it'll drop foul, and it'll remain a 1-2 count here to Jacob Top. Runner on base on second there is Alex Kalk for the Fargo Post 400 Comets. Unofficially 30 pitches for Mole. Make that pitch 31, as that one's going to be bounce and go through into shallow left through the glove of the shortstop Seth Dietz, and Top is on first as a result. Going to the books as an error on the shortstop Dietz. So now you have runners on first and second, and the pitch to Crawford. One pitch, swing, 2 hopper to short, fires up to second, and now the throw to first is not in time. They'll get 1 out, but not both. So I'll put runners on the corners now. Brings up Jacob Hamill now. Two away, and the pitch goes into the dirt for a ball, 1-0. And a strike.
But you know what, now that I see this, and that's the pattern for me. I don't see not quite like that. But this one's got a seam down.
1-1, low and outside for another ball, 2-1. 2 balls, a strike, 2 outs, runners on the corners. Alex Kalk on third, and a courtesy runner for Crawford on first is Andrew Werlinger, if I'm saying that correctly. And for some reason, I can't put them into my software here. That one's fouled away, and it'll be a 2 balls, 2 strikes count. So Werlinger is the runner on first for Crawford. We'll keep Crawford in our scoring system for now, since we can't seem to sub him in or sub him out. Once again, the batter is Jacob Hamill. 1 for 2, a single, reached base on an error, and now he reaches base on a walk. And the bases are loaded for the 7th time in the game here for the Comets. Chase Hansen comes up with 2 away here for the Comets. Bases loaded, pitch up high for a ball, 1-0. Alex Kalk on third. Werlinger on second, Jacob Hamill on first for the Comets. And the batter, Chase Hansen, 1 for 2, a single, a walk, and a ground out on his last 3 at the plate. Here's the windup and the delivery, and that one will be fouled away for a strike and even things up at 1-1. And the 1-1. Down low into the dirt. There's 2 strikes, so it's 2-2, I guess. Either that or we'll wait for the official. We'll see here what happens on this pitch. We believe it's 2-2. That one comes outside, and if it is 3-2, if it was 2-2, it's a full count. It's 3-1. That's what I thought. I think a fan maybe tricked me into making it a 2-strike count. Okay, so 3-1 now. And that one comes up high, and that's a walk. And that scores another run for the Fargo Post 400 Comets to make it 5-3. 3 of their 5 runs on bases-loaded walks in this game. Braden Detlin stepping up to the plate next. 2 away, bases loaded. 5-3 lead for the Comets, and the pitch comes outside, catches the corner for a strike. Nice job there by the pitcher, Mole.
Go, Josh.
Coming up in our post-game show, we'll take a look at that updated schedule and let you know how things are different from what we stated earlier in our broadcast as far as what we're doing for games tomorrow. That pitch comes in a little high for a ball, 1-1. Once again, the batter, Braden Detlin, 1 for 3, a single and 2 flyouts, 1 to the shortstop and 1 shallow left. That one pounces into the dirt, and the runners will be held at their bases. It took a while for Jared Sartson to find that pitch into the dirt and almost created an opportunity for the Comets to double up here on the Capitals. But it'll remain 5-3, and it'll be a 2-1 count, I believe. Or is it 3-1? Okay, it is 3-1. I just got confirmation it's 3-1. It's kind of hard to see the scoreboard with the sunlight the way it's blurring. And there's another bases loaded walk and make it 6-3.
2 outs, Fargo! 2 outs, Fargo!
Caleb Carlisle will come up to the plate here, but first, looks like we're going to have a new pitcher. Looks like Mole is going out into left field, and that could possibly mean that Jameson Johnson will be our next pitcher here for the Capitals. We'll see if that's, I believe that is indeed who it is stepping up to the plate right now. And it's going to be a straight switch. Mole will go out into left field. Jameson Johnson will go out go onto the pitcher's mound. So Josh Moll went from center field to the pitcher, now out in the left field. Elliott Huntington remains in center field. Jameson Johnson comes to the plate, so to catch you up here, since Johnson will take a few warm-up pitches. Jameson Johnson, your new pitcher. Jared Sartson behind the plate, catching on around the bases at first. Carson Scar. Isaiah Pujmala at second. Seth Dietz, the shortstop. Riley Schreiner at third. Let me double-check that. That is Riley Schreiner at third. And then Josh Moll moves out to left. Elliott Huntington, your original starting pitcher, now in center field. Marshall Taylor in right field. As we approach the 1 hour and 37-minute mark of the ball game here, as Jameson Johnson gets some warm-up pitches in with his team trailing by the score of 6-3. 4 of the 6 runs for the Comets off bases loaded walks thrown by Capitals pitchers. 2 away here in the top half of the 5th. Once again, it is a 7-inning game unless the Comets can get a 10-run lead here. Then this game would end if they could hold on to a 10-run lead at the bottom of the 5th. It's how it was explained to me and how I understand it. And we'll see if that scenario occurs, if I understand it correctly. Understood it correctly, I should say. So once again, Jameson Johnson warming up on the mound here for the Bismarck Capitals B squad. Trailing the Fargo Post 400 Comets by the score of 6-3 here with 2 away in the top half of the 5th. And the bases are loaded for the Fargo Post 400 Comets. When we return to play here, well, actually, we can. The runners are on base right now. Over on first is Braden Detland. Chase Hansen is your runner on second, and Jacob Hamill is your runner on third. The batter is Caleb Carlisle. 1 for 2, a single on the shallow left, and then he would fly out to the second baseman Pajmula, and then he was walked his last time at the plate. So he's 1 for 2 with a single, a fly out, and a walk. And the first pitch from Jameson Johnson coming right now at about 5:40 p.m. Caught the upper corner of the strike zone window for a strike. 0-1. Nice job there by Jameson Johnson. So with the bases loaded, we'll see if Johnson can get his team out of the jam here with 2 away. Here's the 0-1. Nice pitch, but it was hit right to the third baseman. Schreiner will fire it across the diamond for the third out, and the run will not count, and it'll remain 6-3. Fargo Post 400 leads here at the middle of 5. We'll be back after this message here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Did you miss any or all of this live game broadcast? Not to worry. Over 90% of the games on the Magnitude Sports Media Network are available on demand on our website within a couple hours, so you can watch the game anytime. You can also take advantage of the DVR feature, which puts instant replay instantly into your hands. You can watch a delayed version of this live broadcast, rewatch a big play or score, and then at any time, return to live action simply by clicking live. Now you don't have to miss your son's game-winning goal, your daughter's set sealing a serve. Thanks for watching the Magnitude Sports Media Network. All right, welcome back. Here's your inning-by-inning recap here for the Comets and the Capitals. Comets 6 runs on 5 hits, 5 errors, 5 left on base. Capitals 3 runs on 4 hits, 4 errors, and 4 left on base. As we head now into the bottom of the 5th inning, still on the mound here for Fargo Post 400. Entering his 2nd inning of pitching is Ben Crawford. Seth Dietz will be the first batter here for the Capitals. He's 0 for 1. He was walked his first time, grounded out on a 5-3 to third base on his most recent appearance at the plate. And now we'll see what he does this time around. On plate appearance number 3, number 1 versus Ben Crawford. So bottom of the 5th, Capitals trailing by 3, and the pitch will hit the corner for a strike as it floats down. Nasty one. Dietz didn't want to chase it, and he paid the price anyway on what normally would have been a smart decision for the batter, but not that time around. This time he'll take a crack at it, and it'll be a 2-hopper to the shortstop. Kalk will fire it over to Dawson, but not in time. So Dietz is on with an infield single. That brings up Josh Moll. A 6 almost looks like an 8, but it is indeed Josh Moll. And Crawford's first pitch. Runner takes off for second. The throw is up there, but not in time. It escapes into shallow center field. Dietz is on second with the steal.
Take the hitter, Ben. Take the hitter, 13. Come on now. No strikes.
And Crawford with the pitch. It comes in as a ball.
Come on now.
I'll wait for the officials' hand signals here. I'm not sure what the count is. No, there's at least 1 ball and 1 strike. 3 balls and no strikes, because I missed that first one. Okay. Now we got the strike. Now it's 3-1, and now the count on your screen is accurate there. Seth Dietz, the runner on second here for the Capitals, in scoring position with his team trailing by 3. And another strike, and a full count now to the batter, Josh Moll. This is pitch 15 coming up for Crawford. He's thrown 9 strikes and 5 balls so far in his 14 pitches. And pitch number 15 is going to be a strike. It'll be a hit right back to Crawford. He's going to run down the runner. And the runner, Seth Dietz, is tagged out at third. And Josh Moll is going to sneak his way into second. So it'll be a fielder's choice double for Josh Moll. Goes into the books as a hit.
Nice play, Ben. Nice play, Ben. Third.
We have a Word document.
So a 1-5 on the tag out on Dietz at third. And here's, let's double check the jersey number before I announce the name. It is indeed Elliott Huntington, and that one's going deep into foul territory. Strike 1. Huntington is 1 for 2. Singled into medium left field his first at bat. Grounded out on a 5-3 to third base his most recent trip to the plate. And now he just fouled one away. Down the first base line into deep right. And that one will be batted down there by Crawford and picks it up and fires it over to Dawson. Bend to bend for the 1-3 ground out. And Moll will advance to third there. Nice defensive play. Nice attention to detail there for Ben Crawford to make sure that that ball didn't escape him and he was able to get the out with the extra effort. Nice job there. And that is 2 away now. And a runner on third. And that one's fouled away for a strike. The batter's Jared Sartson, the catcher. So Huntington will ground out on a hard 1-3. Mole sneaks over to third, and Sarson comes up 0 for 2. Strike out, and I'll fly out into foul territory down the first base line, and then he fouls that one away for a strike. 0-1, inside 0-2, right down the middle. Excellent pitch there by Ben Crawford. So we reached the 1 hour and 45-minute mark of the ball game. First pitch came at 4:01 this afternoon. Crawford with the 0-2 pitch. And that one comes inside for a ball. 1-2, yes, 1-2 the count. Comets doubling up on the Capitals right now, 6-3 with 2 away in the bottom of the 5th. Crawford winds up and delivers the 1-2. Swung on right back at Crawford into center field. And it'll drop for a single, and that will score. More from third. So Sarson with an RBI single out into center field. Brings home more from third. That brings up Jameson Johnson now to the plate. 2 away. And that pitch will go into the dirt for a ball. Johnson 1 for 2. Doubled out into left field his first time at the plate, and he grounded out to the shortstop on a 6-3, his most recent trip to the plate. And the 1-1 turns in, or the 1-0 turns into a 1-1 on the fouled away pitch there by Johnson. So the 1-1 from Crawford, swing and a miss, got him. 1-2. Crawford looks over his shoulder at Sarson at first and delivers the 1-2. That one hits the handle of the bat, and it's popped up, and Crawford will make the grab, and that will end the 5th inning. 6 runs on 6 hits, 6 runs on 6 hits, 4 errors for the Comets, 5 left on base. Capitals, let's put 1 more on base for the Capitals there. And they have 4 runs on 6 hits, 5 Comet errors, and 4 left on base. We go now to the top of the 6th right after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back through 5 innings of play for the Comets. 6 runs on 6 hits, 4 capital B's errors, and 6 left on base for the Capitals. 4 runs on 6 hits and 5 Comets errors, and 4 left on base. 4 of the 6 runs for the Comets came off bases loaded walks. 2 of those in the bottom of the 1st on bases loaded walks, and then 2 more in the bottom of the, or check that, 2 in the top of the 1st, excuse me. And then I believe it was 1 in the 4th and 1 in the 5th, if I remember correctly. I have to double. My memory doesn't serve me well on that particular scenario there. But 4 of the 6 off bases loaded walks for the Comets, and they lead 6-4 as a result. Capitals get 1 run in the bottom of the 5th. We head to the top of the 6th. We'll see if they can hold the Comets off base here and maybe get back up to bat and chip away at that deficit a little bit. You take away those bases loaded walks, and it's actually the Capitals who would have doubled up on the Comets 4-2. Stepping up to the plate for Fargo Post 400 is Victor Sear, 0 for 1, a walk, and a strikeout. In that order on his plate appearances, and here's the pitch outside, caught the corner for a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, sorry about that.
A few minutes shy of the 2-hour mark, and did he check his swing as it went outside? It looks like he did. I'll even up the count from 0-1 to 0-1 or 1-1.
I didn't see what happened at third, though.
Well, your son just went like this, and then he went like that.
And the 1-1 pitch outside for another ball, 2-1.
So sorry about that. I was so proud of myself until I watched it. I'm like, son of a gun.
2 balls on a strike to Victor Sear, the batter. Here's the windup from Jameson Johnson. Inside for ball. Oh, it caught the corner. Looked like it was a little low, but it is indeed a strike to even things up at 2-2. So now a 2-2 count, and looking for the strikeout, and he got it! One away as Victor Sear strikes out, and that brings up the next batter here for Fargo Post 400, and it's Ben Dawson, the first baseman. Once again, I want to thank our sponsors, including Rainbow Shop, Gateway Pharmacy, Giant Seeds, Hardware Hank, Farmers Union Insurance, and Spiffy Biffs. As the pitch comes across for a strike, as well as Three Lions Pub, customer appreciation all this weekend, Friday, today, and all of tomorrow from open to close. Get $5 wings and discounts on beverages, and ask your server for the exact day's details. That's at Three Lions Pub in West Fargo, cheering on all the Fargo and West Fargo teams here on Magnitude Sports this summer. Certainly appreciate them hopping on board. We certainly appreciate all of our other sponsors just as equally. That one's going to be chopped towards third on a one-hopper. Schreiner will pick it up, fire it over, and it overthrows Carson Scarr. So Dawson is going to be on with a single and then reach second on an error. So a hit and an error there for a hit for the Comets and an error for the Capitals. That brings up Alex Kalk with Dawson, the runner, on second here. Kalk 0 for 1, struck out his first time. His last 2 plate appearances, he was walked. Here's the pitch. Outside corner for a strike. Some of those very close to being a ball. Just barely gets him in there for the strike. 0-1. Johnson looks at Dawson at second, delivers the 0-1, got it in there for another strike, 0-2. Catches that upper corner of the strike zone, and I'm sure that's very frustrating to the several batters he's faced thus far. And the 0-2. Swung on, and that one's going to be popped up. Foul territory, running for it, and will not get there. Was the first baseman making the attempt to get there, Carson Scarr. Just needed a couple extra steps. As a result, it will remain 0-2. Runner on second is Ben Dawson to the batter, Alex Kalk. Top of the 6th, 1 away. 1 runner on and an 0-2 count to Kalk. Johnson looks at second, delivers the pitch up high for a ball. That one looked like it was going to hit that edge, and then I don't know if like the jet stream caught it and floated the pitch up or what. It looked, but it was definitely up high for a ball. And now the 1-2 delivery coming up here. Inside, pops that one foul. It'll remain 1-2. That one down on the lower end of the barrel of the bat there for Alex Kalk, and had he maybe had a step back in the batter's box, he may have been able to rifle that in the left center. It'll remain 1-2. Runner on is Ben Dawson with 1 away, and here's the 1-2 pitch outside for a ball, 2-2. Capitals trail by 2, looking to hold that runner in scoring position for the Comets on that base. Here's the 2-2. Swung and fouled away, and it'll remain 2-2.
Good job. Good job. He'll come back to you. He'll come back, 9.
2 strikes, 2 balls, 2 fouled away pitches. One away, runner on top of the 6. 2-run lead for the Comets. And Johnson will wind up and deliver the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him.
Good job, 9. Good job.
Or did he get a piece of that with the bat? He might have. It'll remain 2-2.
I've seen his parents. They're not very good.
So back to a 2-2 count. So he got a piece of that. Goes into the books as a fouled away pitch.
My family is. Shannon's are giant.
And there we go. Now that's a drop third strike. Runner will take off for third, and he will make it up to first on the drop third strike.
To me, they seem tall. I mean, your dad's got to be over 6 foot. My dad was 5'10". Really?
So that brings up Jacob Top, putting runners on the corners here.
Hey, nothing hurt there. We still got this.
There you go, Jake. Oh, I would have thought your dad was like 6'4". Yeah. Maybe it's just his brother is.
Come on, 34.
Shannon's sister is 6 foot tall.
Alex Kalk on first, Ben Dawson on third. Jacob Top is the batter, 0 for 2. Strikeout, walk, and reach base on an error his last time at the plate. And a pickoff throw, and now here comes Kalk over to second. Throw goes into center field. That'll score Dawson from third to make it 7-4 in favor of the Comets, and another error for the Capitals. So Kalk up to second. We'll call that a stolen base, and then Dawson comes home on an error. And now the pitch comes up high for a ball here to the batter, Jacob Top. There's only 1 out. I'm not sure why the screen says 2. Might have hit the wrong button there. I apologize for that.
There you go, bud. I know, it was awesome. Like, it was a whole production. Yeah. And then Carson asked me what kind of boba's I wanted. Yeah. Told me all the flavors. They had it down. They really
2 balls and a strike, I believe. Yeah, that's what the scoreboard says, 2-1. And that one's going to be rifled into left field. Alex Kalk will circle third from second, and here comes the throw at home, and it won't be in time, and it's 8-4 on an RBI double for Jacob Top.
Let's go, bud. Come on, Jay. Let's go, 13. Come on now.
Ben Crawford, check that.
Take control, 13.
Oh, it is Ben Crawford. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Getting the jersey numbers mixed up there. It is actually Andrew Werlinger.
Here you go, Jay.
0-1 to count now with 1 away and runner on second. And an 8-4 lead as the Comets double up again here. No balls, 2 strikes to Werlinger. I believe it's might be 1 and 2. Yeah, it is 1 and 2, according to the scoreboard outfield. Swing and a miss on a pitch that floated to the outside, and that's a strikeout. And now we have 2 away here for the Comets. Jacob Top, the runner on second. And that will be smacked into shallow left field. Jacob Top will run into third.
That away, nice hit.
Go, Jake.
Come on, 5.
This is Chase Hansen now. Runner's on first and third, and they'll try the throw at first, and he'll be safe.
That was like all in slow motion. Put the tag down. I know, I hear you. It was like...
So Jacob Hamill, the runner on first. Jacob Top, the runner on third. Chase Hansen, the batter, 1 for 2. A single, a walk, a ground out on a 1-3, and another walk. And now he faces an
He did it. They tried to make him run faster and waved him off.
1 ball, no strike, according to the scoreboard in the outfield. As I'm trying to keep up with everything here. Runners on the corners. Hamill on first, Top on third. That one's popped up. And that one should be good for the shortstop, and he will get underneath it, and Dietz will make the grab. So Hansen will pop out to the shortstop, Dietz. And that will bring us to the middle of the 6th inning. 8 runs on 8 hits, 6 capital errors, 6 left on base. Check that. That is 7 left on base now. And Capitals, 4 runs on 6 hits, 5 Comet errors, and 4 left on base. I want to thank our sponsors, including the Rainbow Shop, Gateway Pharmacy, Giant Seeds, Hardware Hank, Farmers Union Insurance, and Spiffy Biffs, and 3 Lions Pub in West Fargo, cheering on all the Fargo and West Fargo teams playing on Magnitude Sports this summer. It's Customer Appreciation Weekend at 3 Lions Pub. You can go there and get $5 wings, some drink specials. Ask your server for today's drink special all day today and all day Saturday, open to close. Customer appreciation, that includes happy hour from open to close for the remainder of today and all day Saturday at 3 Lions Pub in West Fargo. We'll take a short time out. We're back in a moment here. It looks like we have a new pitcher on the mound for Fargo Post 400. So we'll take a moment and be back and tell you who that new pitcher is here in just a moment. The Rainbow Shop, a Parable Christian store, has life-giving gifts for every occasion. Gifts with meaning, gifts that change lives. Stop in and view their large selection of books, Bibles, jewelry, greeting cards, music and DVDs, home decor, and children's department. Many gifts to bring inspiration to family and loved ones. Call them 223-2422 and visit them online at bismarck.parable.com. For all your gift-giving needs, shop the Rainbow Shop, a Parable Christian store on South 7th Street in the Southridge Center Strip Mall, 1 block east of Kirkwood Mall in Bismarck. All right, we go now to the bottom of the 6th inning. Your new pitcher for Fargo Post 400, the Comets, will put on the mound Victor Sear. They'll put Jacob Top out into center field. And that means we have a new right fielder as well, and I didn't catch that one. I'll see if I can catch the jersey number here in a moment. Around the bases to catch you up on any changes. Hang on, number 3 is out there, so let's put Andrew Wirlinger is out in right field. So to catch you up, Victor Sears on the mound. Braden Detland catching around the bases. Ben Dawson at first, Jacob Hamill at second, Caleb Carlisle at third, Alex Kalk, the shortstop, Chase Hansen in left, Andrew Wirlinger in right, and Jacob Top in straightaway center. Here's the pitch. Inside for a strike, 0-1. And that one will be chopped towards third and short, and be picked up by Kalk. He'll fire it over to Dawson. Did he get it there in time? He did. It's a 6-3 ground out for Riley Schreiner, the batter. That brings up Carson Scar. One away here. Comets double up on the Capitals. 8-4. Here's the pitch in for a strike. Nice job there by Victor Sear. Delivering a lightning bolt pitch right down the middle into the glove of Detland for the strike. See if he can do it again. And he would have had the bat not made contact. That'll dribble out into shallow center. Good for a single for Carson Scar, and he is now 1 for 2. Brings up Marshall Taylor. 0 for 2, reached based on an error his first time, and then he grounded out on a 4-3 to second base on his most recent appearance at the plate. That one will just barely miss the strike zone for a ball. 1-0. Runner on first is Carson Scar. Here's the pitch, and that'll be fouled away for a strike. 1-1. 2 hours, 7 minutes, time of the ball game now. First pitch came at 4:01. Almost make that 2 hours and 8 minutes here, but. And the windup. Swing, and I think he caught a piece of it. Either way, it goes into the books as a strike. Strike 2. A ball and a strike with a runner on first for the Capitals, trailing 8-4 to the Fargo Post 400 Comets. That one comes in inside edge for a strikeout. That's 2 away now. Comets have seen 3 batters, put 2 of them down. And now the next batter stepping up to the plate is that number 9? Isaiah Pajmula. And Pajmula will fire it up into left center, and getting underneath it is Chase Hansen for the catch. Pajmula flies out to shallow left. That brings up nobody. It brings up the next team. We go to the top of the 7th. Here at the end of 6, 8 runs on 8 hits, 5 errors, 7 left on base. Capitals 4 runs on 6 hits, 6 errors, and 5 left on base. And that is a final score. They will call it at the end of 6, I believe. Or won't. I just got a notification on my phone saying that the game was final. I'm not sure if we have one more inning or not. We'll get confirmation on that here right after this break.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, so that is indeed a final. The Comets will defeat the Capital B's team by the final score of 8-4. The sprinklers came on right as that inning came to an end, so they decided to call it a final, as I don't think the sprinklers were intended to come on. It just happened. So they're going to go ahead and both coaches have decided to call it a final, and the Comets will win 8-4, your final score. That's going to wrap up our coverage for today. We're going to take one more break. We'll come back and tell you what we got coming up on tap for tomorrow here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Back in a moment.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back. Final score once again, the Fargo Post 400 Comets take care of the Bismarck Capitals B squad, 8-4 your final score. Let's see here, taking a look at the schedule tomorrow on Holland Field here. It'll be the, see, I'm making sure I'm looking at Saturday. The Billings Upper Deck Expos A team will take on the Bismarck Capitals, the team we just saw, tomorrow at 4 o'clock. And then West Fargo will take on the Bismarck A Capitals. We'll have both of those Capitals games for you here live on Magnitude Sports tomorrow. We may, no, I don't think we will. We won't have time to move from field to field. So we are just going to stick to the two games at Holland Field here tomorrow on Saturday. And then on Sunday, it's the number 4 team from Pool A versus the 4 team Pool B at 8 o'clock in the morning. The number 3 team from Pool A against the number 3 team from Pool B at 10:30 in the morning. The number 2 team from Pool A against the number 2 team will be considered the third place game at 1 o'clock. And then Pool A number 1 team versus the Pool B number 1 team will be the championship game at 3:30. Those games will be at the Bismarck Municipal Ballpark. And depending on who's playing who after tomorrow's action, we will let you know what our plans are for Sunday. But for right now, barring some changes, you can check our YouTube channel if we decide to make any changes to this. But we'll be on tomorrow. This was a schedule change from the one we got earlier yesterday. So we'll have the Billings Upper Deck Expos taking on the Bismarck Capital B team, and then that's at about 4 o'clock. And then at 6:30 will be West Fargo versus the Bismarck Capital A's team live here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Once again, your final score in this one, the Fargo Post 400 Comets come away with the win, 8-4, doubling up on the Capital B's team here in Holland Field in South Bismarck. Thanks so much for joining us. Time of the game was, let's take a look here. Time of the game was 2 hours and 11 minutes. Check that. 2 hours and 15 minutes. Time of the game. No, I was right the first time. 2 hours and 11 minutes because a couple minutes have passed since the game ended. So, final score, Comets 8, Capitals 4. We're back tomorrow at about 3:45 live here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Have a good night.